Hopefully I didn't scare you there. On this episode, we are gonna do a little bit of Halloween fun fishing, which explains why I'm in costume. The Gordon's Fisherman. That's right. I'm running out of like ideas for costumes. I mean, there's only so much you could do fishing wise. Today, we are out on John D. Long Lake in Union, South Carolina. And I have to say, it is a haunted lake. A cursed lake. But hopefully it's not cursed when it comes to fishing. But that's enough of me talking. Let's put a couple fish in the boat. Now guys, I said earlier that this lake was haunted. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know if it's haunted, but it's definitely cursed. And the reason I say that is, and it's kind of spooky, right over there. You see that little area over there? True story. This isn't a ghost story, it's a true story. In 1994, this little lake received nationwide attention because a woman named Susan Smith put her kids in the car, and there used to be a boat ramp right over there. Put her kids in the car, strapped them in, rolled them in, and killed them. True story. So, not only that, it gets weirder. There was like a nationwide manhunt. She eventually confessed, was put in prison, still in there today. That's like pretty weird, but even weirder is like a couple years after that, this van of like family, I believe, were out here hanging out the boat ramp. The van rolled into the water, killed another 7 people. Right there. Obviously, the boat ramp that was there has been torn out and demoed, but just knowing that this lake is, I mean, the site of at least, what was that, like 9 people dying. Pretty eerie, pretty spooky, pretty true crimey. But yeah, so I don't know if it's haunted, but it definitely seems to be cursed. This little guy here, look at him. That's a pretty fish though. Small but nice. Look at him on top water too. That makes it fun there. Look at that little guy. All right, trick or treat. Let's get him back in the water. And now it's time for tackle roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on was this. Look at that. It is a ridiculous looking lure. That is a Mann's, it's called a Ghost by Mann's Bait Company. And I've used this lure on pretty much every prior Halloween episode ever, and never caught anything on it. That was my goal actually for this video, is like I wanted to catch something on the Mann's Ghost. Generally I fish the lures just as they come out of the package, but because I've had such terrible luck with this thing, I made some modifications. Basically, it's a topwater bait. It's a hollow plastic lure. It's kind of set up like a frog in that it's very weedless. The problem is it's so weedless that it doesn't even catch the fish. What's happening is that basically the same thing. The fish have been like biting at it and then just not getting the hook. So what I did was, on where the standard hooks were, I put 2 trebles on there, and basically like as a trailer hook, and that's the only reason I even caught that fish. He wasn't even hooked on the actual hooks. He was just hooked on my trailers there, and that's kind of a deadly looking thing. Look at that. But that's how I caught the fish. It's got actually a pretty cool action on it. It's like a walking style bait, so you put it in the water and you walk the dog with it and it'll walk pretty good. Out of the package, it's super weedless, so you can take it anywhere, but the way I have it rigged, obviously it'll get hung up on everything. But that's what I'm using, is this, the Ghost by Mann's Bait Company. And that concludes today's tackle roundup.
Well, I ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. And a slap run out of beans. And the kids are getting hungry. I can tell you what that means. River rats and cool stew. Baby, that's what I'm cooking you. River rats.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Only had the one fish in the boat. It was not very big. I still stand by, the lake is cursed. Anyways, have a good day. It was a nice day out on the water, so that was always cool. Hopefully you're having a happy and safe Halloween. But I'm gonna head back to the house. And if you'd like to know anything about what I did today, the lures, the launch, or anything else, you can look down in the description box. I'm going to leave some additional information down there. While you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The channel's updated every week with new fishing content and new fishing adventures. So I'll be seeing you next week. This is the Gorton's Fisherman, and this is Abide Fishing.
Who fishes only the deepest Arctic waters? Who's always bringing you something new like these home-style baked fillets? Who tops them with creamy cheddar and Parmesan cheeses and big chunks of veggies? Who also bakes them with crispy breadcrumbs and rich garlic butter? Once your family takes a taste, you'll figure it out. Introducing home-style baked fillets, only from Gorton's.
Trust the God.